Hi, I'm Guy Shingleton, inventor of the Colorado Bee Vac, and since we've got over 300 of them sold, I thought it must be time to actually show my customers how it's shipped and how you'll receive it and the quick demonstration on the initial setup. I'd like to thank JP the Bee Man for all the test work that he did for me years ago in perfecting the bee vacuum. This is not the first one that I built. I had about 6 or 8 versions, different types, making them with 5-gallon cans, pails, and everything else. But this was definitely the best design that I've come up with, and I think you'll agree. The way you receive it is in a large box, and fortunately, Home Depot makes just the right size to have it shipped in. It'll be tape closed, of course, so we'll open it up quickly. The hose that you have will be a 10-foot hose. It'll be right on top. You can get a longer hose. It'll take 20-30-foot hose easily, and in the instructions you'll have a way of ordering a longer hose, not from me, but from Home Depot direct. So we'll set that aside. Included will be the instructions, very easy to follow. As you'll see in the demonstration, it's very easy to set up and use the first time. Some extra business cards. I always say that my best salespeople are my customers. I get more sales off of referrals now than I do eBay or Amazon. So that'll be included in the box. More paper. You'll have the metal slide bottom, which will be the separate piece that'll come in. All you have to do, slide it into the box, go ahead and lock it up. You're setting that down. This piece here is for those of you who have an 8-frame setup. I only make the 10-frame box now. I don't make the medium. Only make the deep and in the 10-frame size. But if you have 8-frame hives, we include for free, if you request it, a funnel is what I call it, but it'll adapt your 8-frame to the 10-frame box, and I'll show that later in the demonstration. As far as the operation, you're just going to set it on top of your box, and I forgot something. Oh, nope, forgot the knife. It's just tied to the top of the vacuum so that it's out of the way while I'm putting the vacuum together. Assembly of the hose. And I forgot a piece, is just a matter of loosening the pipe clamp, inserting the tube or your extension tube, tightening it up, and you're ready to go with that. There is some sharp edges here. Most of the time people are going to have gloves on, but if you don't have gloves on, it's a good idea to add a little bit of duct tape to that so that you don't have any sharp exposed edges while you're operating the vacuum. You want to make sure your initial setup that your door is open, otherwise you're not going to be able to vacuum in any bees. To start with, you're going to adjust your vacuum pressure about halfway, and you'll never operate it completely closed because that'll be too much vacuum pressure for your bees. So about halfway is a good place to start with. Then you can tweak it a little bit. For a longer hose, you want more vacuum pressure. For the 10-foot, minimal vacuum pressure is fine. You're operating with a 1.75 horse vacuum. By shop vacuum standards, that's small, but it's more than enough vacuum pressure to vacuum bees up with. So you're all set up, you're ready to go. I'm going to vacuum up my bees. Close the door. You want to close the door so that your bees don't escape. You're vacuuming the bees into the deep catch box. The pegboard on the vacuum top distributes the air pressure or vacuum pressure over the whole surface of your catch box, so you're not vacuuming your bees into one tight spot. You don't have what I call bee splat, with the bees coming in so hard that they're going to hit the backside of the bees or backside of the box. Can't tell you how many people have told me that I have to put foam rubber in the back of the catch box. You do not have to have foam rubber or anything to lessen the impact or the flow of the bees into the box, because they never hit the back of the box. Sometimes when you collect them, they'll be collected at one point, maybe at the back of the catch box or in the front corners. A lot of them will be walking around on top of the screen. But you've collected the bees in the catch box, and you're going to be transporting them back to your bee yard in the catch box, and it's basically just like carrying a suitcase, whether it's a swarm or you're doing a removal. But that's basic operation of the Colorado Bee Vac and how simple it is. In our next video, we'll tell you what to do with the bees once you get them back to the bee yard. Thank you for watching.